What's good with y'all boys, man? We back with another One Piece discussion video, man. You know what I'm saying? We finna get straight into it. We just finna talk about the Gorosei this video. I'll probably do the Luffy and how strong he is in the separate video just because that's a whole different discussion on its own. But we're finna talk about the Gorosei right now and what just happened in the most recent chapter. You know what I'm saying? Like we all seen and read, bro. I don't think anybody was expecting this shit. But it seems like all the Gorosei will be appearing on Egghead Island in the next chapter or so, right? Now, this is very wild just because, like I just said, nobody really expecting this. We all expected to see the Gorosei fight as a group or, you know, all being in the same area, probably towards the end of the story. I don't think no nigga can say that they expected all Gorosei to be here on Egghead right here, right now. You know what I mean? But since it's here, we gotta fucking talk about it and talk about the potential of what can go on here. Now, Saturn summons all the Gorosei. Before we get into him summoning the Gorosei, we need to talk about the way these niggas communicate and how. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, the Gorosei, can communicate telepathically, it seems. We don't know if it's like some hive mind type of thing going on. If these niggas are just all linked and connected. If these niggas are all connected through Emu, through their powers. We really don't fucking know, bro. But we see Saturn talking to all the other Gorosei, so these niggas are connected in some way, shape, or form. Now, I'm going to ask y'all niggas this. Do y'all think the Gorosei are an extension of Emu? I know I might have said this in a few videos, and I've definitely heard other people say this in their videos before, too. How some people believe that maybe the Gorosei are like Emu created the Gorosei to, you know what I'm saying, follow after him, take after his commands and all that shit, and look after shit when he's not around and when he can't look after shit. You know what I mean? Do y'all think that's the case? I'm not sure, right? Because I feel like if all these niggas was connected to Emu and this basically Emu is the reason why they're living and have these powers and all this shit, I feel like Saturn would be talking to Emu and not the rest of the Gorosei. You know what I'm saying? It seems like even though the Gorosei listen to Emu, that they have their own thing going on. Even as much as I want to say the Gorosei and the Emu are an extension of one another, I don't think that's how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? For one, if I'm not mistaken, back when the Gorosei and Emu were having a conversation, one of the Gorosei questioned something that Emu wanted. So if these niggas were connected and Emu created them and they just obey everything he says, that part in the manga wouldn't have happened at all. So no, I don't think the hive mind shit with Emu is true. But with all these niggas in general, they definitely have something, right? Now, I do think that they can telepathically talk to Emu too, but I just don't think that they're all connected like how niggas are saying, right? But let's get to the summoning aspect of things, right? Now, with this whole summoning shit, my question is Saturn the only one who can summon? You know what I'm saying? Because Saturn said, I shall perform the summoning, and then they all start coming. Now, I've heard from other niggas that they think Saturn is summoning something else besides the Gorosei, and here's why. And this is something I was just gonna bring up as well. If Saturn can summon himself, because Saturn summoned himself on the island, unless Saturn is the only one with a summoning ability, why can't the Gorosei just summon themselves here? You know what I'm saying? Like, does Saturn have to be the one to summon them here? Because Saturn summoned himself on the island. Unless Saturn's the only one who has this ability. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, I don't know, because if all of them had the ability to just summon each other here, why not just do it? Why does Saturn have to perform it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. But I do think he's bringing the other Gorosei here. I don't think he's bringing something else here. If he was bringing something else here, only thing I could possibly think of is more clones of himself that look exactly the same size and height and shit like that. But I do believe this is the Gorosei coming here. We probably will see them in their zone forms or their demonic looking forms whenever Oda feels like showing them landing on the island and shit, right? Editing the video right now, and also let me add in here, I do think the only reason Saturn's doing the summoning now is probably because he's the one on the island, meaning that if he wanted to get summoned somewhere else and the other Gorosei were there, they would probably have to do the summoning because they're at that location and he's not. And another question that I have, right? Can the Gorosei do this shit to escape? Because this is my thing, bro. And because this arc, it seems like we're trying to run away and get the fuck out of here, right? So if we're trying to run away and leave, let's say we get out of here. Let's say the ancient robot helps us out, stalls the Gorosei, and then we escape, right? The Gorosei have to be able to instantly get summoned back to the Holy Land. Emu has to be able to summon them back. Because if Emu can't summon these niggas back, best believe something is either going to happen to Emu while they're not there, or something is going to happen to these niggas on their way back. Because you mean to tell me all 5 elders are going to be outside, away from Emu, and nobody's going to try anything? You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like they have to be able to instantly get summoned back to the Holy Land. Because what the fuck happens if Blackbeard decides to raid Emu or some shit right now? No one's there. No one's there. Even though Emu is strong, is probably strong enough and he don't need these niggas to help him, but still it's something to think about, right? Now let's get into what the fuck is actually gonna go on here. Like I just said, it seems as if this arc is heading in an escape route type of direction, but who really fucking knows with Oda? Because we thought it was gonna be an escape route before this shit, and he just threw this shit in here to make it even more dire escape situation. You know what the fuck I'm saying? Now, let's start off with the most obvious scenario. The Gorosei versus Luffy. Will Luffy 1v5 these niggas? I'm going to keep it a buck. Alright. I just caught up on the anime, so I just got done seeing a whole bunch of Gear 5 shenanigans, you know what I'm saying? So I'm all gear. I'm been seeing a lot of Gear 5 my past few days. I would love to see Luffy 1v5 the fuck out of these niggas. That shit will be hard as fuck. Whether he wins or loses, I would love to see Oda do that shit, but I don't think he's gonna do it. I really don't. If anything, I'm not sure if this shit will even be a fight, like I said. But let's go on that route. Let's say we do fight the Gorosei here. Who fights who? Well, for one, the Gorosei are coming here. They're not necessarily coming here to fight Luffy. They're coming here to stop Vegapunk's message. And if I'm not mistaken, his message is going on in the Labo Stratum. I think that's what it's called. And if I'm not mistaken, bro, that's where Zoro is fighting Lucci at. Yeah, the Labo Stratum, because I'm reading the chapter right now as I'm talking to y'all niggas. So they're trying to get to where Zoro's at. So if somebody was to fight the Gorosei, Zoro would definitely be probably fighting the nigga with the sword, 100%, right? Because that's his matchup. If Luffy fought a Gorosei by himself, I guess he'd take Saturn because that's who he's already fighting, maybe. Sanji, I would assume he would fight the blonde-looking nigga that somewhat resembles him. And I don't know who the fuck would fight the other two, though. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, if Zoro fights a Gorosei, Jinbei probably takes over the Rob Lucci fight. So that means somebody would have to 2v1 or some shit. Unless Luffy 2v1s and that happens. And then you still gotta account for Kizaru. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Kizaru's gonna get back up, but it's always a possibility that he does. And if he gets back up, what the fuck is finna happen here? You know what the fuck I'm saying? Now, I could see Oda letting maybe Kizaru gets back up and Sanji fights him somehow. And maybe we finally get the Sanji versus Kizaru that way. Finally? I don't fucking know. But then with that being said, I just don't see Oda making Zoro fight Lucci that whole time, especially with Jinbei being on the way. So I don't really know. Something's gonna fucking happen here. The Gorosei definitely are gonna probably more likely get split up. And I would definitely like to see some of the other Straw Hats interact with some of the Gorosei. Because I don't know why, if I had to place my bets, I feel like the sword Gorosei nigga and the one with the giant ass mustache that's bald is probably the strongest too. I don't know why, if I had to place my money on it, I'm betting on them two niggas. But what do y'all think will happen, man? Do y'all think Luffy is going to 1v5 the Gorosei? Do y'all think the Straw Hats will just be running from the Gorosei trying to escape? One thing that's definitely gonna happen though, whenever Oda starts, you know what I'm saying, letting the Gorosei move around and talk and have dialogue and shit, it's probably about time to get these powers revealed, bro. We've been waiting on it for a minute. We done had Saturn reveal this form. shit, I don't even want to say how long it's been because I feel like it's been damn near a whole year since we've seen Saturn in this form. And we still don't even know what devil fruit or if it's a devil fruit or not. But I feel like it's about that time, man. Finna have all these niggas on the island in their demon zone looking forms. I feel like it's only right that we get it now. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be right when they touch down. It can be when they start interacting with other characters and other straws. Maybe they finna fight them and they start revealing the powers and shit, right? But honestly though, we only need one Gorosei's power reveal to really get a good grasp on what the other niggas shit's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Because if they show us one nigga in one chapter and they say, oh, he got a zone demon devil fruit, we know the other niggas just got different type of zone demon devil fruits. You know what the fuck I'm saying? So it really just comes down to when Oda's gonna give us that. But like I said, we still have to see how the fuck this is even gonna pan out. What I think could happen, but I don't really want it to happen, is the ancient robot coming in here to potentially stall some of the Gorosei as well. I don't really like that because if I just want to see Gorosei interact with the people that are on this island that are our main characters, just so we can get a good read on how strong these niggas actually are. Because we can't let Saturn power scale for all of the Gorosei, and I'm sick of niggas doing that shit. If these niggas gonna be frauds, can we see all of them be fraudulent before we just, instead of seeing one nigga be fraudulent and call all of them ass? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, me personally, I think at least 2 of these niggas gonna be comp. But once again, Oda done changed the fucking story, man. We thought we was finna get a crazy ass lore dump this chapter, and yet we end up with a complete different scenario that no one could have said that they expected. Because if you said you expected this to happen, you crazy as fuck. Nobody expected this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got spoiled like the day before this chapter came out that these niggas was getting summoned here. And I didn't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? That whole 24 hours when the chapter came out, I was telling myself, nah, nigga, that spoiler I just saw ain't real, nigga. The Gorosei not coming here. Because it just didn't even sound like it makes sense. But honestly, whether Oda decides to let the Straw Hats fight or not, which I think the Straw Hats will though, and I'm gonna tell y'all niggas why I think the Straw Hats will fight. It's because this situation is not like all other islands where it's like a time limit, you gotta get the fuck out of there type of thing, right? Because this time, the villains have to have the time limit, bro. The Straw Hats don't got no time limit. You know what I'm saying? Vegapunk's message is gonna get out as long as the Gorosei get stalled. You know what I mean? The Gorosei are really on a limit of trying not to get that message out. How I think this ends up playing out is the Straw Hats more than likely are gonna all try to stall, probably with the help of some giants and maybe the ancient robot along the way as well. Probably start stalling all 5 of the Gorosei. And they're just probably gonna stall while the lore drop is happening. Probably gonna see some dialogue maybe about their powers in the middle of the lore drop as well. And then they're just gonna keep stalling, and when the message ends, the Gorosei are just probably gonna summon the fuck out of here. That's what I think is probably gonna happen. Whenever the hell, however long, I think Oda said 10 minutes, however long after that message is relayed, especially depending on what the fuck he reveals, because Oda's not gonna Oda's not gonna do all this extra hyping up and delaying of the moment for it to be something we already know. I don't think it's gonna be something just as simple as, oh yeah, Imu sits on the throne, the government's evil. No, it has to be way more than that. Because if it was just that, Oda would have let that shit start this chapter, then have the Gorosei pull up after he said a few parts of those messages. You know what I'm saying? Oda didn't let Vegapunk get anything off, bro. So that tells me that whatever is gonna be revealed is gonna be something we don't know. He's definitely gonna reveal that the Gorosei are evil and do fucked up shit and that Imu exists, for sure. But there's definitely gonna be new information in there on God, 100%, bro. 100%. And whenever Vegapunk reveals that, the Gorosei are gonna snap on the fuck out of there. Or Imu's probably gonna contact them through the little telepathy thing and be like, all right, bro, it's time to come back home because we can't control this shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? But these past few One Piece chapters have been very amazing, man. It's a good time to be a fucking One Piece fan. You know what the fuck I'm saying? I'm sorry the discussion video was kind of all over the place, bro. I've been having a kind of shitty-ass day, shitty-ass few weeks. One Piece has been one of the only things keeping me in a good-ass fucking mood, so I appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all niggas for watching the content, bro. You know what I'm saying? It really means a lot to me, man. Sub to my main channel if you want more content, bro. And sub to my Twitch and Kick for the live streams, bro. And let me know what y'all think about this chapter. I'm gonna make a video about Luffy and how strong he is soon, or how strong I think he is soon. You know what I'm saying? Peace out, man.